Hello guys, today we will discuss the topic acid properties of transaction. In the last video we have already discussed that what is exactly transaction. So we have seen that the transaction is a unit or part of program while program is under execution. Okay guys, so let's see what is exactly acid properties of transaction. To ensure the integrity of data, the database is required to maintain following properties. To maintain the integrity of data, the database has to follow these acid properties of transaction. Acid properties means acid contains 4 alphabet, that is ACID, which means atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, and D for durability. So let's see what is exactly this alphabet or this word means in the database under transaction. Let's see. Atomicity says that it means either all operations within a transaction are completed or none. That means if we are following some transaction, that means if it follows the atomicity, so that transaction should be completed or it should not be completed. That means if let's suppose we have like this example, transaction T has to transfer money $500 to account A to B. Okay guys, so let's see RA, that means it is reading A, then we have subtracted money 500 from A's account, then this is the updated value. After that we are writing A's into its account. Now after that we are reading B account, then adding $500 in that account and writing back this B in B account. Okay, and in the last we have commit. Commit means saving up to this point. Whatever we have done, it will be saved up to this point. Now suppose if the transaction failed at this point, after deducting money 500 from the A's account, if the transaction failed, that means we are taking money from A accounts, which gives $500 back. Okay guys, this is the remaining money. But the transaction failed at this account, that means we have not added money in the B's account. So this is called the inconsistency, or we are ruining the integrity of data. That means that's why it says that if it follows the atomicity, that means transaction should be completed or nothing will be happened. No transaction will be, that means transaction should be completed or nothing will be done in that transaction. So the atomicity will maintain the integrity of the data. If the transaction fails here, that means the changes done by this code should not reflect back. That means it should be go back to this point. So because of that, if it goes to back to this point, money will be back to the same whatever we have started with. Okay guys, so it will maintain the integrity of data. After that, the consistency comes. It means all the operations performed by the user is logically correct and executed completely. That means if the transaction is completed and it should be logically correct, that means we are maintaining the consistency. Completing doesn't mean that we are completing the transaction. It says if you are completing, but it has to be logically correct. The way or the order of the code or this operation should be correct. So the consistency should be maintained here. Okay guys. So let's see another one. Then database transfer money from one consistent state to another. If we are completing the transaction and it is logically correct, that means we are saying that the database is transferred from one consistent state to another consistent state. Okay guys, let's suppose if we have completed this transaction and logically correct, that means suppose before transaction the sum of both accounts are 3000. Okay guys, this is the first consistent state. But after the transaction, we have deducted 500 from this account and added 500 from this account. Okay guys, now what is the remaining amount? 500 here and 2500 here. That means $3000. That is the same amount we are getting. That has to be, so that's why it is transferred from one consistent state to another consistent state, because transaction is completed and logically correct. Okay guys, after that we see the isolation. If the transactions are executing concurrently, then TI transaction should not interfere TJ transaction. Isolation means someone should not interfere with the another one. So here if the transactions are doing concurrently, Concurrently means parallelly. The CPU is allotted to this transaction, then this transaction, then this transaction, then this transaction. This means parallelly we are providing CPU to every transaction. Okay guys, so in this transaction should not interfere with this transaction, or T3 should not interfere with T1 transaction. So we will say that the transaction is going under the isolation. One transaction should not depend on other transaction, or we will say that there should not be any interference between two transactions. So we will say that consistency will maintained be here. After that, durability. The committed transaction should persist in database. If there is a commit transaction, that means we have saved this all the above transaction or the operations. That means if the changes must not be lost even of failure. If there is a failure, that means all the changes done by should be persist or should be reflect back to the database. No transaction will be lost here if we have reached to the committed point, and after the committed point we have a failure. That means committed means all changes should be there. Okay guys, and one more thing is there, if there is a transaction failed here, that means we should go back to this point. That means from the starting point of this transaction where we have 1000 in A's account and 2000 in B account, otherwise inconsistency will be there. Okay guys, so durability means both things. If we have completed the transaction or committed the transaction, then the changes should not be lost and it should be reflect back to the database. And if the transaction failed in between, that means we should go back to the starting point. Okay guys, so both comes under the durability. So this is all about the ACID properties of transaction for which a database should follow to maintain the integrity of the data. Okay guys, in the next video we will see the different states of the transaction while it's from active state to from the last terminated state. So we will say the we can say the life cycle of the transaction from starting to the end. Okay guys, so we will see in the next video. And if the guys my videos are helping you, to please like and share the videos and subscribe the channel, and please don't forget to follow the playlist of this subject. Okay guys, thank you and take care.